Hey, what's up, YouTube? I'm back again with another video. In the previous video, I was talking more so just an introductory about myself, why I'm starting this, and the different things that you will see throughout this journey of me becoming a day trader. The whole reason why I'm starting this is just for the simple fact that I want the individual to understand, any individual to understand that you can do this no matter what kind of circumstances you're under, whether you have a 9 to 5 or you don't, or you're in school or anything that may occur, that you can do this as well. So I just want to be an inspiration. But in this video, in my first vlog, you will see my setup, the different components that come into my day trading on an everyday basis, why I'm using those components, and just an example of my trades and a trade that I actually took this week. So I hope you enjoy it. So just to start off, I want to talk about what brokerage I use. I use the TD Ameritrade brokerage. And the reason why I use this brokerage is because I already have a Roth IRA set up. And a Roth IRA is just like a retirement fund. I can make a video about that, or the different kind of setup that you can have with your brokerage, like a easy trade or a Roth IRA, or just different examples of different setups that you can have with a trade. If you want, just comment below and I'll make that video. But like I said, I'm using this because I already have a Roth IRA set up, and you can get the TD TOS, the Thinkorswim platform with paper trading with it for free. So why not use it? And it's an easy, friendly, user-friendly platform. I understand the platform and the technical analysis and just the data and the charts and everything very well. So I use this and it's very helpful. But on this platform, I mainly focus when I'm looking at a stock is the volume and the price action. I rarely use so many those different technical analysis that all those day traders you see on the charts and everything. I may use just one, the EMA, the exponential moving average. And so with that, it's just predicts or shows like the patterns of the price and the price action. And so with knowing that, you know, you can kind of get a insight on where the stock is going to go or how the stock is going to move. But like I said, I use pretty much volume and price action. And with knowing where the stock is going to move, you see the trend, whether it's trend is going up or the trend is going down. If it's going up, it's in a buyer's market. People are buying the stock, buying and buying. If it's going down, it's in the seller's market. People are selling the stock. It's sinking. It's going down. And so with knowing that, you can kind of create a resistance or a support. And a resistance is just when the stock reaches its peak and consolidates. And the support is when it reaches its low point and consolidates. And with knowing that, you can find the different entries that you want to get into, whether you want to buy it or long it or short it, sell it. And so that's basically how I trade my stocks. And on my charts and on my platform, I use a 2-day, 5-minute increments. And sometimes every now and then I might use the 2-day, 1-minute increment just to see how the stock is moving with the different momentum that is carrying throughout that time. And so with using that, it allows me to really pinpoint my entry points, where I want to get in and where I want to exit. And so I feel like that's very helpful. I use the 2-day because I kind of want to see where it closed and where it opened and how it did in the pre-market, and just to understand the whole trend, just for the simple fact I'm day trading. I'm not looking to long invest or anything like that. So I'm just day trading. But it's very simple. The strategy that I use is very simple. And if you want me to make a video as well about how I find the stocks that I do, then I can also do that. Just comment below. I might just start creating those kind of how-to videos throughout the week. But yeah, it's very simple. I'm gonna actually pull up a stock right now, just so you can see my whole setup and the different components that go into it. So here it is. I'm gonna pull it up. So here's an example of a stock that I actually did trade. The stock is Walmart, and it released its earnings report this week, and it had positive earning reports, but in the market, you see that it has had a peak all the way to a high of $133. So at that peak, and then see it's constantly hitting that peak and resisting, creating resistance. So that red line is the resistance. And you see how it comes down to about 131 and creating that support, hitting that support. But as you can see, right before the pre-market open, it started to have a downward trend. So this is just an example of how I set up my charts right before I trade with the resistance and the support. And as you can see, it's on a 5-minute increment of 2 days. So it allows me to be able to see that pre-market spike, as you can see, coming from all the way from 129 and creating a spike and a percent gain of about, I would say, about 5 to 7%. So you really can see that spike in that 2 day, 5-minute increment. And so that is what I use. On this one, I don't use the EMA on this one, just for the simple fact I like to try to keep it simple. But I just use I got the volume average at the bottom, looking at the volume of the buyers and the sellers, and the level 2. Now we're gonna get into a video about me actually trading it. This is about 11 minutes into since the market is open, and I was looking at the SPY, which is the S&P 500, just to see where the direction of the market is going. And as you can see, Walmart had dumped nearly all the way back to 129, creating a support right there. And after every pullback, there's a spike. So I was just trying to catch that bounce, just to get a little percent gain, knowing how strong of a stock that Walmart really is. So as you can see, I went in at 129.73, which is almost nearly where it was before the earnings were released. And so right now you see me going in at that support level, around near the support level with minimum risk. And as you can see, it slowly had a spike all the way to 130.12. I'm really trying to be patient with this, because when it comes to stocks like this, you really have to be patient. Um, Also, you really have to manage your risk. See, you can see here that I went in near the support, so the odds of it going below where it was before the earning report or the catalyst was released is slim to none. But you always gotta have that 2% to 5% risk management. So right here, I'm just waiting for that bounce. As you can see, um, I'm up $48 now. As you can see, just really being patient is all about being patient when it comes to day trading, because anything can happen in a split second. You can see as you can see at the average volume, it switched from sellers to buyers, as you can see down underneath the chart. And so I think I waited until around 131. I'm gonna see right now. It's pulling back. People don't know what they're gonna do. So I sold at 129. Granted, I'm still a beginner, so I'm still trying to weigh it out and see when to enter and when to exit. So I think I go in for another 100. Yeah, at 129. I wanted to capitalize on my gains. I didn't want to lose anything. So I went back in, seeing that a lot of people were coming in buying. As you can see at the level 2, the bid and the ask. A lot of people are bidding. You see 130. I think I went in at another great price. I think I'm going to add to my position right here. I think I added around the 130 range. A lot of people trying to sell that it's not too clear. I don't think I made much off of this. I think it was just a small little bounce. And I sell at I believe at the 131. So it's all about being patient. Once again, trusting your strategy, creating a strategy, and just seeing it go through. If you create that strategy, have your management of risk, have your entry points, where you're going to cut losses, where you're going to capitalize on gains, your percentage of how much you want to have profit.
I think I wanted it to go to 131, back to the original support, which is now the resistance. And so yeah, I think I'm gonna sell right here just because of the uncertainty. Yeah, I sell. I think I wanted to get to 131. And one thing you gotta know is that you're not gonna always get to where you want to go. Yeah, I sell at 130, 42 for a gain. So one thing you gotta understand is you're not gonna get where you want it all the time, but try to get as close as possible. So yeah, and as you can see, right after I sold, I think a lot of people sold at that point, and it started going down, down. I think it goes all the way back down to 127 or 128. But as you can see, I capitalized on that, and it was a clean trade. I executed it perfectly. I got it in at a support that I wanted, managed my risk of a 2%, and capitalized on the gain. I don't think it was a big gain, probably a 1% or 2% gain, but hey, I ended the day with a green day. And those small gains add up. So as those small gains add up, you will eventually understand how to use it on the big position side.
So, as you saw a video of me actually trading in the stock market. I had a great entry point. I had a great exit point. It was all perfect. I could have got a little bit more on that gain, but you don't want to be greedy in the stock market. That's one thing that I feel you got to manage those emotions. Like if you feel like you should get out, get out. Don't risk losing all of it. But yeah, so that was just a video of me trading. I'm gonna try to do a lot more trading throughout the week. But like I said, I work a 9 to 5, so it's kind of hard. But as the title is, the journey of a day trader, it's a process. So I'm gonna gradually get to where I want to be. But just a recap, you got to see my setup, got to see what brokerage I used, got to see the different components that go into my setup. So I really hope that you got an input or you learn something that you can also take and use it in your everyday to day trading. So um, in my next video, I'm gonna go more into depth of my actual day trading, my actual trades, and explain that a little bit more. But I hope you enjoyed it. Subscribe, like, comment, and also just let me know what you think you would like to see on this channel, whether it's investing, streams of income, day trading, how to find the stocks, what stocks to use, whether to go in on the stock, whether to sell a stock, what's the best strategy. You let me know and I will create those videos. But yeah, once again, this is the journey of becoming a day trader with Anthony. I'm out.